If you want to grow a business to $10 million and beyond, I'll show you the 3 things you have to do, and at the end of this video, show you how you can do all of them for free. Just remember, these 3 things are like 3 legs on a stool. If you're missing any one of them, you're going to fall over. I've founded 5 businesses, sold 3, and taken a company public, and in every business, I've gotten stuck. Whenever that happens, I come back to these 3 fundamentals, and it's gotten me unstuck. As I go through the 3 A's of growing a real business, I'll tell you how it applies, whether you're a beginner or already running a $5 million business. When I launched my first business, I earned around $6,000 in the first year. I was selling a really good service, and that wasn't the problem, but I wasn't able to sell. I would literally freeze up like a statue during a sales pitch. So I had to do one of 2 things: either acquire the knowledge of how to do it, or acquire a person who's got that knowledge. Which one you need is based on where you are. If you don't have the budget, you need to learn it. And if you have the budget, you rent someone else's brain. Now, with $6,000 in revenue, I couldn't exactly hire anyone, so I had to acquire the knowledge myself. But now that I've got a bigger business, I'm acquiring team members with the skills needed. So maybe your issue is sales. Maybe it's product. Maybe it's staffing. The chances are you know what you need to do, but you keep on looking for more information online, and you're just stuck in this acquire phase. But a stool doesn't work well on just one leg, which is why you're stuck right now. And that takes us to the second leg of the stool. So I knew I needed to fix my sales, and I'd bought books and I'd watched videos on how to do it, but what wasn't I doing? I wasn't applying it. Because I didn't have a framework of what to do when, I wasn't applying. It was all this information, but not a template of do this first, do this second. So to apply, you need to either develop that framework yourself, or better yet, find someone who's already done it and will give you or your team that framework. Now, back then, I had to sit down, create that framework, and whip myself to stay on task doing it. Nowadays, I'll pay a consultant to create the framework, hire the team members to ensure it's executed. It just depends on where you are in that journey. So remember, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to do this for free and kind of bypass some of this frustration of doing it yourself. But first, let's understand all of the legs of the stool. When I built my sales framework, it was unfortunately still hit or miss. Sometimes selling was smooth as anything, and sometimes it just flopped, and I didn't know why. And that brings us to the 3rd leg of the stool, which is assess. I wasn't tracking what worked and what didn't, because I didn't know what to track and I didn't know how to track it. But when I started tracking the right things, that's when everything clicked. The 3rd piece is to know what to track and having an easy way to do it. Once I started tracking, I figured out quickly what was working, what wasn't, and the business went from a pretty pathetic $6,000 a year to over $2 million a year. So at the beginning, I promised a way to install all of this in your business for free, so here it is. I've got a 100% free site for entrepreneurs, which gives you a simple step-by-step process for every aspect of growing your business. Whether you need to acquire knowledge, whether you need to figure out how to hire the right person, get a framework for applying it in your own business, and tracking the right metrics, it is all at ceoworkbench.com.